Thank you, Secretary Claudio, for your introduction. At una sa lahat, gusto kong mag-congratulate sa ating mga bagong halal na officials ng ULAP sa pamumuno ni Chairman Governor Leo Ocampos and President Benher Avalos. And also to thank immediate past President Monching Gico for the work he did as interim president for a year. And to greet the elder statesman of ULAP, Governor Aumentado, and thank him for the beautiful Lobok Youth Ambassador's performance today. I want to congratulate not only the presidents of the leagues who are here on the platform, but also the other leagues who are on the front row. To all of you, congratulations. And most of all, congratulations sa inyong pagkakaisa. Yung mga diskurso ni Leo at saka ni Benher ay tungkol sa pagkakaisa at pinakita ng ULAP ang pagkakaisa. Maraming salamat and congratulations. Ang inyong pagkakabalikat ay sa ikabubuti ng bansa at ng taong bayan. Salamat sa inyong malasakit at sa sakripisyo, lalo na sa harap ng binabanggit nyong hamon ng pandaigdigang ekonomiya, mga ligalig sa ilang sulok ng bansa, at mga tangkang manggulo na naman sa katatagan ng pamamahala. Malakas ang aking pagsanib sa inyong mga pinunong lokal. Kayo ang haligi ng ating pamalaan. Nagpapasalamat ako na nakikipagtulungan kayo sa isa't isa, pati na rin sa akin, sa pagsisikap na lumikha ng malakas at lumalagong ekonomiya upang makatulong matiyak ang kapayapaan, katiwasayan at katatagan ng ating bansa. Kayo ang nasa bungad ng kaunlaran, kapayapaan at katatagan. Di tulad ng ilang gusto pa ring manggulo sa ating bansa. Salamat at kasangga ko kayo kung sa mga ilang nakakapit pa rin sa politika ng kaguluhan. At salamat at kabalikat ko kayo sa reforma at pag-angat ng ekonomiya. Salamat sa inyong panawagan na tigilin na ang tagisan sa politika at ituloy ang bansa sa landas ng higit pang trabaho, kapital, kapayapaan at seguridad. Salamat at magkabalikat ang lahat ng panig ng ULAP. Sama-sama nating ihahatid ang sambayanan, hindi paurong gaya ng gusto ng ilan, kundi pasulong gaya ng inyong mga resolusyon. Salamat sa tulong ninyo sa ating pinagsisikapang masiguro ang katatagan ng politika at ekonomiya. This is a great time for the regular election of our officers of ULAP, or the election of our regular officers of ULAP, the unified ULAP. This is a crucial time for our local government executives to be united. The U.S. financial crisis appears deeper than most anticipated. But the Philippines is in relatively good shape, thanks to the fiscal reforms that ULAP supported, that manifested in 7% plus GDP growth last year. We have thus far been able to withstand the full force of the global contagion. We had mentioned earlier of the meltdown in Iceland. Imagine, a developed country declaring itself bankrupt. But we have been able to withstand that because with your support, we took decisive action a few years ago to fundamentally alter our economic fortunes. When some governments were cutting taxes, we raised them, but we couldn't do that without your support. When some governments were deregulating, we were bringing more discipline and order to our financial regulatory environment. When some governments were going deeper into debt, we were fiscally prudent, building up our reserves and investing in our infrastructure, and also giving out the IRA in full and even paying the debts of previous administrations to you. These were not easy decisions, and I paid a steep political price in terms of popularity. But I could still do it because you were there for me through thick and thin. Maraming salamat. You recognize that what we did was what needed to be done. And now these actions have allowed us to build a stronger economic foundation which is serving us well during this time. The potential exposure of our banks to the asset deflation triggered by the U.S. financial crisis accounts only for 1/3 of 1% of total system assets. This exposure is fully reserved, our banks are well capitalized, and the innate conservatism of our bankers is matched by the prudential foresight of our regulators. In fact, Standard & Poor's has said in a now quite well-quoted statement, and I quote, "Yes, the Philippines is lucky because they have made the necessary adjustments and reforms when times were still good. So they are facing the global market problems and economic slowdown from a considerably improved position compared to what they were in 3 to 4 years ago." And Standard & Poor's continues, and I quote again, "The Philippines is an island of calm currently, while there is turmoil in the highly rated and previously stable countries such as Malaysia, Thailand, India, etc." Against this background, anyway, I directed our economic managers, and this is one of the recommendations I should acknowledge of Governor Ben Abardone, who is our LGU advisor for public affairs. I directed our economic managers to draw up a contingency plan on the impact, to respond to the impact of a possible U.S. economic recession on the ordinary people of the Philippines. In yesterday's cabinet meeting, the economic managers and DOL came up with these contingency plans. The plans include strategies, well, they will present it in greater detail, maybe in the Philippine Business Forum on the 22nd of October. But in general, may I say, the plans include strategies to pump prime growth, to upgrade the country's infrastructure, to protect labor, and to expand social services. Now, let me talk about the infrastructure spending, the accelerated infrastructure spending provided for in that contingency plan. It includes greater participation by the GFIs, GOCCs, the private sector, and the LGUs in infrastructure projects. Our economic managers have come up with a comprehensive and integrated infrastructure program.